Okay, so I'm gonna sync 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, and close. Alright, so hello everybody. Welcome to another series of William playing Flight Simulator. So this is no longer Microsoft Flight Simulator. I just recently upgraded my setup to the Lockheed Martin prepared V2, which is an academic version, but I'm license compliant because I'm technically a student. And so this time we're gonna do like not a very long haul flight. Actually, what I plan to do this time is to do like a fly home flight. So for those of you who know me like in real life, so I currently live in Boston right now as a student, and of course my hometown is not the U.S. So I'm from China, so from a city near Shanghai or Hangzhou, if you know where that is. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to fly to Shanghai, but I'm not going to fly directly from Boston to Shanghai. This is doable. Actually, recently I think Hainan Airlines, they just opened it like a non-stop flight from Shanghai to Boston, 14 hours, 787. So first problem I have is I don't have a 787 aircraft in the flight simulator, but that's not the real problem. I can always do that by a 777. But I'm actually more interested in connecting via Detroit, because Detroit is a point of interest for me for some reason. I have some friends living around that area. And actually, the return flight of this flight will be flying from Boston to Detroit. So I actually flew from Detroit to Boston. That's like my entry point. So that's another reason why it's a bit interesting for me personally. So I'm gonna do a return flight non-stop from Boston to Detroit. So actually, I just checked flightaware.com. There's a Delta Flight 1523 will be departing in in 15 minutes. Maybe I should refresh that. Yeah, in 46 minutes. So it will be flying this route. So it's McDonnell Douglas MD-90, but it doesn't matter. We'll do a 737 that will do as well. So it will actually depart in 46 minutes. It will depart in 4:42 p.m. It's already 3:44, so we have so it's not a lot of time we can play around. So let's go plan the flight first. So I've already entered some basic information about the flight. So actually I'm not sure about the runway. Let me just check the weather. So the conditions, let's see. Yeah, it's not a sunny day. It's cloudy and will probably rain at some point. The surface wind is 120 at 7. 120 at 7. Alright, let's do a wind overlay. So I think what I'm gonna do is so it looks like the wind is blowing in this direction. So according to our airport charts, let me just quickly pull up my airport charts. Where is my airport chart? So this kind of things always, I'm obviously not very well prepared. Please bear with me. Airport charts. I need like a top-down view, north-up view of the airport. Airport. I couldn't find the airport. Okay, just bear with me just 1 second. Okay, so it looks like the runway we can use is 22R. Yeah. So I think it's gonna be 22R. L actually, 22 left. So we're gonna do runway 22 left, takeoff, and therefore we'll be heading into the wind. So wind is coming from 120. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so let's do it. So runway is 22 left. It's a long runway. 22 left, and do we have a? Yeah, it doesn't matter. So, and the departing. Oh no, the departing runway. Sorry, it's 22 left. Landing runway is it's a bit tricky. Let's take a look at Detroit. So wind is blowing this way. So what about the airport in Detroit? Wait a minute, let me pull up the... Okay, I will probably have to edit this part of the video out because this is just... Yeah, just nonsense. I have to like look for the graphs all the time. And it's partly because of the internet connection. So yeah, I have an excuse for that. The internet connection for some reason is really wacky this afternoon. Just cannot get to Google Drive. Okay, so wind blowing this direction. Looks like we'll have to have a crosswind landing. Yeah, we can do 04, right? Actually, it's gonna be a very... Actually, let's do 27, right? I think that's doable. Yeah, that's actually better. Let me take a look at the runway diagram generated for me. Yeah, it's takeoff into the wind. Okay. Alright, so we have the runway information in place. So what about the payload? Let's just get a random payload. Over here looks like it's okay. Fuel, let's do 30 minutes extra time. I don't want to do any fuel whole time. So let's find a route for us. Okay, so this is approximately going to be the route that this guy would be flying. So we're okay with that. Or we can maybe just fly this. Let's try it. Let's try if I can let it accept this. How do I ATC route? Click on build. Yeah, so this is a route given by the flightaware.com. Sorry. So alternate, we don't need alternate because the weather seems to be pretty good. Actually, that is not true, but yeah, anyway. I think the runway just changed, right? It's not 03. Yeah, it's not 03, it's 27, right? What the hell is happening? 27, right? Alright. Yep. Okay, so let's click compute. So seems that there will be a 17-minute delay because of the route change. But anyways, let's take a look at the performance data. So I will have to add performance data into this. So yeah, I guess we just gonna click calculate. Yeah, so it's almost like orthogonal. Wait a minute, what does that even mean? Why do I have a 0 knots tailwind? I have to figure this out. We still have some like 40 minutes something. Okay, so the wind is blowing from 120. So I should use actually 1.5 right. Should I use 1.5 right? Probably, right? Yeah, let me change that. 1.5 right. Delete that. And performance data. So yeah, we have the 5 knots headwind. Okay, great. So this is going to be our. Let me look at the engine settings. So reduce thrust we can do is what can we do? Assume this is not assumed temperature. D rate number 2. Okay. So where is the margin? Okay, so 1835 feet margin. Okay, great. Alright, we'll apply this as our takeoff data and landing data. 4 knots headwind, great. VAPB 187, great. VREF 187, whatever. Okay, we'll apply that as well. So we will click on update performance data. And we will release this flight. So I will just print this OFP for at this moment. Yep, OFP is already there. Okay, so this is set. So we will be flying from Boston Logan International Airport all the way over to Detroit Metropolitan, like Wayne County, KDTW. So it's gonna be go all the way into upstate New York, cross Buffalo, and fly around this very nice Lake Erie and head into Detroit, the city of Detroit. Okay, so this is a non-stop service. So we are scheduled to departure on 4:32, which is approximately a half an hour away. So I'll see you guys in the flight deck. And yeah, enjoy the flight with me. See you guys in a minute. Synchronization time again. Hide menu bar. Again. Okay, so alright guys, welcome to the flight deck. This is your Captain Williams speaking, obviously. So we have about half an hour to set up this aircraft. So we will start with a load sheet. We are actually right now we are at gate Alpha 15 at Boston, in Boston. Kilo Bravo Oscar Sierra. So I'm gonna turn on the transponder. That's like the new regulation, whatever that is. And I'm gonna let GSX do its job to load the passengers. Yep. So it will load the passengers for me, handling by American Airlines. Thank you. So ignore the jetway. It's gonna collide. because I cannot get the jetway to move. It's a Flight Tampa thing. So, okay, let's set up another ground connection, the fuel and payload. So the release fuel we have, according to the flight plan, is 16,259 pounds. Let me return the payload. It's going to be zero fuel weight. It's going to be 131.6. Zero fuel weight. Okay. That looks good. Actually, I can connect ground power and I just turn off the APU for now. It's like really burning. So what is that asking for? Left entry after. Left entry forward. I probably have to recycle this one. Alright, started boarding. So, okay, so what's that warning here? Anti-ice hydraulics. Okay, never mind. Let's turn on air conditioning. Alright, let's connect the air conditioning because obviously people will need that. Okay, so let's do our job. Okay, pause in it. So I think I don't have to do that. Yeah, because we're in short turnaround. So we go straight to route. So we're flying from, I actually have a company route. Kilo Bravo Oscar Sierra to Kilo Delta Tango Whiskey. It's followed by a 01. And we'll be departing from runway 15 right. The flight number is Delta 1523. Departure and arrival, we'll be using this departure, Hayland 3. It's just all according to my flight plan. Nothing, nothing mysterious here. I think we'll be landing at 127 right. And obviously use the speaker 2 via Buffalo. I think we'll keep it good for now. Our next page. We don't. Yeah, so the cruise, the zero fuel weight, we just put it in. Fuel is 16.3 actually. So we'll use 3,600 pounds of fuel as reserve. Cost index, as always, is 25. So we'll go cruise altitude. We'll go flight level 360. The wind at our type of climb is 261 at 64 knots. It's like a strong headwind. 64 knots, and the temperature there is minus 47 degrees Celsius, which gives us a standard deviation from standard positive 9 degrees. We'll accept that, and we go to N1 limit. We'll do D-rate 2 with assumed temperature of 35, not 25. We'll go climb 1, whatever that is. Yeah, that should be fine. And okay, cool. So takeoff will be a flap 1 takeoff. The center of gravity is 25%. Runway wind. My wind is 120. Wait, what? Okay, it's 120 at 7 knots. 0 knots. We do not have a slope. Oops. And we can accept those numbers. So it says we are unable. Well, let's just check for any discontinuities. Yeah, it looks like we have a little discontinuity there, but that's. We don't care about the speed restriction. Looks like we just bypassed that, but we should intercept this here anyway. Okay. Alright, looks pretty good. So I'll actually I have to I need to put V2 in our MCP windows, which is 153. The runway heading we'll be flying should be 151. And if everything goes on as planned, we should be able to LNAV and VNAV. Okay, cool. So altitude we don't have any constraints, so let's just go straight up to flight level 360. Okay, so on the overhead panel, let's throw the fuel pumps on now. We can do that. And yeah, hydraulics, why not? Okay, it's asking us to close the doors, so I will just to give me a second. So I'm gonna throw the beacon lights on, meaning that we are going to go. Position light to steady. Yeah, it's already steady. So our cruise altitude is 360. Landing altitude is 650. Yeah, let's turn on APU. Okay, I will close the doors. Oh, come on, please. Doors. What doors? These two doors. And also the cargo doors. Legs page, and I'll leave this one at the takeoff page. Alright, the frame rate for some reason is a little laggy, but please bear with me. Trust me, it will get better once we are airborne. Okay, so we have APU online, so APU is not taking all the load. We can just throw ground power off. And the integration light is already on. Throw that on, the packs are on. We can disconnect the ground stuff. Just make sure the parking brake is set. Okay, let's disconnect the ground connections. Everything can go away now. Look at the times. Our scheduled departure time is actually, we still have like 20 minutes something, but I'm not gonna wait another 20 minutes for that. Okay, so just take a look at our overhead panel, make sure we do not have any Alright, turn on the lights. Yeah, I think it's good. So we're ready to go. Okay, so yeah, our like scheduled departure is like 23:03, but we have like a 17-minute delay. So yeah, it's about time for us to depart now. So I'm gonna call the ground. Push us back. The pushback team is already coming. As we start pushback, I can start the engines. I actually didn't set the pressure correctly. Okay, ready to push back. Oh, I know you can do this. Come on, push back. There's actually one more thing. Trim. Don't forget that.
Departure check completed. Flight estimate inserted. Release parking brakes.
Alright.
Push. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
Okay, all engines clear, start as well. Let me go back to my FMC page. So I'm gonna throw the packs off. Make sure I have enough duct pressure to start the engine. Yep. Okay, so we'll be using the right ignition switch. So number 2 coming on. We don't need the frame rate display. So once we have 20, here comes the gas. There's ignition. Looks good. So we'll be going that way to the left. Okay, number one coming up. And 2 rotation. Here comes the gas. There's a sound.
Set parking brakes.
Set parking brakes. Oh. Okay, so we can throw the packs back on. Obviously. So on the generators, make sure we have enough power on both sides, and I disconnect APU.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass main removed.
Okay, so the ground crew is still disconnecting their stuff. So again, I can set the trim here. It's supposed to be 5.25.
Right is clear.
Make sure everything is on. The plane is running by itself. There's no interesting things. Have a good trip. Okay, we're ready to go. So we will go onto the left. So this actually would be a pretty easy taxi. We just go straight down, and we like turn to taxiway Alpha, and we go straight down to the go straight down to the end basically and turn right. Yeah, and the runway will be on the right side. Okay, so that's pretty simple. Actually, it's simpler said than done. Alright, let's go. Let's reset my view here. Actually, let me just do a quick flight control check. Make sure nothing is screwing up. Full left. Full right. Rather, full left. Full right. Neutral. Okay, so neutral is actually neutral. That's important. Alright, let's go. Little amount of throttle thrust. I don't need a lot for this aircraft to move. The frame rate is pretty amazing. It's, I mean, really amazing. It used to be pretty good, and when after I installed this flight tempo scenery, like everything just screwed up. It's probably because the scenery here is so complex and it's not officially compatible with this product, with this prepared 2.5. Okay, so we're on taxiway Kilo. Alright, so actually I'm not doing this in real time. As somebody, some of you may find that I was doing my planning in real time, and I did a real-time flight, of course, but I screwed up. I didn't actually record the video, so I started all over again. So this is actually nighttime here in Boston. I'm using historical weather and other things, thanks to active sky and thanks to the fact that I'm actually using a flight simulator. So time is not really an issue. I can go back to history pretty easily. Okay, so here comes taxiway Alpha. I will just turn left onto taxiway Alpha. .737 is pretty easy to steer. Yeah, and the reason why I mentioned the time difference is because I'm actually following a game, an NBA final game right now on my other computer. It's like Golden State versus Cleveland Cavaliers. So yeah, right now it's like Cleveland up by 3. Yeah, it's actually pretty I don't know. Do you guys think LeBron can win? I really hope LeBron can win because that really proves something. Well, if like Stephen Curry wins, it also proves something. But yeah, I've been following LeBron since maybe 2007, 2003 something when he was first like still a rookie to the league. But yeah. After so many years, I think this is really the one and only chance he can get, you know, can free from all those critics that he needs like a powerful team to get him a championship. That's actually not a bad thing when you think about it. It's actually pretty true. You need pretty good teammates to win a title. I don't know why people just don't. Yeah, people are not easy with LeBron. I'm not a huge LeBron fan, but I'm definitely a supporter of his. I'm also, I think I'm starting to become a Stephen Curry fan as well. I don't know, he's just so good at what he does. Much better than I do. Okay, so back to the flight deck. It's probably not a good idea to watch an NBA game while flying a plane. That's it's just terrible thing. Okay, so we're almost in parallel with runway 15 right. So what runway 15 right is a long runway. So the Boston airport is a pretty interesting airport because it has a bunch of runways that are actually not runways. Like there's one 700-meter runway. I don't know. I don't know what kind of aircraft can land on that. Maybe a paper plane definitely can, a model plane, but not a real plane. No way. No way. Yeah. Just there's no way a real plane can land on a runway that's only like 700 meters long. Just ridiculously short. So just go all the way to the end. Go all the way to the end. To L actually. Oh, it's here. We should make the turn here. Yeah, I actually forgot to drop the flaps. Nice catch, isn't it? It should be a before takeoff checklist item, but I don't really do the checklist for whatever reason. I should do the checklist. The problem is I don't have checklist handy, so I decided just out of convenience I just don't do this. It's a flight sim, man. It's by the end of the day it's like a video game. It's not anything serious where people won't die. Okay. Okay, so before I proceed to the runway, I should do a couple of checks. First, I will have to make sure the position lighting on strobe and steady, and I turn on the landing lights and the runway turn off lights, but I turn off the taxi lights. And it feels like there's one more thing to do, but I cannot really recall what that is. Alright, I'm just gonna ignore that. Okay, actually this is a little bit wacky. I'm only doing this so that I can get a better control of the camera movement. Okay, like this. Alright, so let's take off. Yeah, Cleveland's up by 1, and if you guys wonder, it's still in the first quarter. Okay, we'll be rolling on the runway and we'll be on our merry way to Detroit. I really want to hide the menu. What is happening? Why does this menu keep popping up? Oh, I changed the easy dock setting. That's me. That's not the... Come on, airplane. Okay, let me just hide the manual real quick. Hide manual bar once. Hide manual bar twice. Okay, let's go. Stable, toga. Ah, sorry, auto throttle. Yeah, a little pressure, forward pressure on the stick, so I can keep the steering working. V1 is 146, right? Okay, I don't really care about that.
V1. Rotate. V2.
Okay, positive rate, gear up. Start to enter my gentle turn. Okay, I'm gonna let the autopilot take over from here. Alright. So, autopilot took over. Yeah, we are turning onto Massachusetts Bay. This is actually the Deer Island water treatment plant. I should probably visit there. It looks like a pretty good plane spotting spot. Okay. It's weather radar. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, probably. So I think I should turn up the gain of the weather radar a little bit. Should keep track of turbulence as well. Because I think there's going to be some weather. Oh, okay, we are on our way to Detroit. So we can do a whole lot of things during our routine flight. So actually what I'm going to do, I'm just going to retract the flaps. I almost forgot. And probably also turn off the landing gear. Just clean up. Okay, so plane is accelerating to its desired speed of 250. And we are in mists. The temperature is really high. Okay, it looks nice. So we'll be doing like a big turn. So we are first like obviously flying to Boston Harbor, and now we are kind of turning back onto the land. And before we enter upstate New York, we're gonna cross over New Hampshire, I guess. Actually, no. Actually, it's gonna stay in Massachusetts. Yeah, most of it's gonna be staying in Massachusetts. So that's the plan. Okay, so this will be the end of this video, and now that we've taken off, so I will see you guys in the next video, which will be about climb, cruise, and just, you know, cruising all the way to Detroit.